we are going to discuss about Laburnum Top, a poem. This is the second poem of class 11. This poem, The Laburnum Top, has been written by Ted Hughes. So at first we are going to have something about the poet Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes was an English poet. He was married to an American poet, Sylvia Plath. He was married to an American poet, Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath was an American poet. So you can say that Ted Hughes, was in the beginning in America, and he married to the American poet Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath is also a famous poet of America. She belongs to the Confessional School of Poetry, and Sylvia Plath has a suicidal tendency, but still Ted Hughes married with Sylvia Plath, and after that both of them returned to England. But later part of the life, Sylvia Plath committed suicide, and after many years Ted Hughes stopped composing or writing poem because he focused all his energy on editing Plath's poem. In this way we find that this is a very short introduction about the poet. Now we are moving further about the poem. In this poem we find that we have two important characters. One is Goldfinch. Goldfinch is a small singing bird. And you will find that her body part is yellowish. Only the beak part that has a stripe of dark color. So this is our goldfinch. Now we are moving to Laburnum Tree. Laburnum Tree in India, it is compared to Amalthas, but for the sake of understanding, we can say the Laburnum Tree is compared to the Amalthas, but in reality, you will find that Laburnum Tree is really different, and usually we cannot find such kind of the tree in India. If we go through this tree, then you find that first important thing, the seed of this tree is poisonous, and second, once it comes or it is the month of the September, then you find that its leaves turned yellow. So in this way we find that this poem describes. So here you will find that in this poem, if we are going to discuss about this particular poem, then in this poem we find that the poet had described about a small singing bird, that is goldfinch. The poet had described about a small singing bird, that is goldfinch, who has her shelter on the tree, and the tree is nothing but the laburnum. So, shelter on the tree, the laburnum, and there she feeds her young ones. But at first, we should know about the laburnum tree. The tree here, that is yellow, silent. The laburnum tree, yellow, silent, death-like, is made alive by the bird and her young ones. Why? Because that small singing bird, Goldfinch, has her shelter on the tree. She feeds her young ones, but as soon as the bird leaves to fly in the sky, the tree becomes silent and death-like. So in this way we find that this poem focus upon the two important things. The first one is the laburnum, that is the tree, as well as the goldfinch. So you will find that the goldfinch plays very important role. And due to that goldfinch, sometimes we find that the laburnum tree is full of the activities and the sound, but later on if the goldfinch is not there, then you find that it is a very silent one. It is as silent as it has been compared to the death-like. And now in this way we are moving further and to go to the so let's continue with the first stanza. First stanza is already in front of you. Here you find that the poet describes about the laburnum top. Top means the uppermost part of the tree. So here you find that the poet describes about the uppermost part of this particular tree, the laburnum, and it is silent as well as still. Silent is related to the sound, it means no sound there, and stillness describe the remaining part, the no motion, and quiet means completely. So here you will find that if you poet, through the poet's eyes, we find that the top part of the laburnum tree is silent and without any movement there. It means it was silent and still there. And what was the time? It had been termed the afternoon. Second important thing is the September. So you find that it is the month of September, and second important thing, it is afternoon time. As we know that afternoon time the sunlight turn a little yellowish, and so it has been termed the yellow color. First thing. Second thing, if you go through the laburnum tree, then you find that laburnum tree is deciduous by nature. It means it shades its leaves during a particular period of the time. So here you find that when it comes the month of the September, due to that arrival, you will find that a few leaves of the tree turn yellow. It means it is September month. During that period of the time, the leaves of this tree, turning yellowy, and at that time all seeds are fallen. And here you will find that the sunlight is also turning yellowish because it is the end of the daytime. Similarly, the September is the end of the that period of that cycle of that particular tree. So in this way we find that here the poet used the word yellow. So here if you go through this particular word, and then you will find that actually yellow symbolizes yellow's word symbolizes what? It symbolizes it symbolizes two important things. The first one is silence, and second one is that that is death-like condition. Okay, so here the word yellow, whether here or here, symbolizes that it was completely silence upon not only the tree top but the complete environment. Okay, upon that tree was very silent one. It is like it is death-like silence there. And what was the time? The time, it was the month of the September, afternoon time period, when the sun rays is falling there, but that rays is yellowish, and even the leaves turn yellowish. It means matured one, and the seeds are not upon the tree. So the simple sense of this particular stanza is that okay, you look at that particular period of the time. If you go through that, then you will find that the laburnum top is completely silent without any activities, and it is as silent as death. So there is no activities there. So poet try to describe about this important thing. And moving further, now we are moving to the second stanza. So if we go through this second stanza, till the goldfinch. Goldfinch is the name of a particular bird, which has been discussed earlier, which has been told you earlier. Till the goldfinch comes with twitching chirrup. So we have two important words here. First is twitching. Twitching indicates, twitching means you can say, here I am writing the meaning of this particular word for twitching. Movement of body parts, that is twitching. Okay. Second word is chirrup. Chirrup is very simple. It indicates bird's sound. I mean the sound of the bird. It means till the goldfinch comes with twitching chirrups. It means the goldfinch arrives. And goldfinch arrives but not silently. Okay, but creating a natural sound. You can't say that it is a shouting sound. It is a natural sound of that bird, that is known as the chirrup. And at the same time, once it reaches to the the branch, then there was a moving of the body parts. And so the simple sense is that the goldfinch, that bird, arrives at a branch with this particular sound as well as the movement of the body part, then it has really a peculiar effect upon the branch. So here you'll find that at branch something and. It means earlier, before the arrival of the goldfinch, there was a peculiar silence there. There was peculiar quietness there. There was a stillness there upon the branch. So it had been turned a suddenness, a startlement. A startlement is like a amazement, surprise. So narrators say that okay, after the arrival of the goldfinch, by that with that particular sound as well as the movement of the body part at the branch, there was suddenness, amazement, but these two things and here. Okay, and what happened then? We are going to discuss about this thing. So here the next line says, so go through the next important line. So you will find that the silence of the tree breaks as a goldfinch bird arrives, okay, and create a chirrup sound, or you can say breaks that silence by her chirrup sound. Now we are moving forward. Then sleek as, at first we are going to discuss about this, what is the meaning of the sleek. If you go through this meaning, then you find that sleek has many meaning, but I think that as per the poem, it is smooth is the correct one. Okay. Then sleek as lizard. Then sleek as lizard. It means the smoothness of the bird has been compared to the lizard by using the word as. So it is the example of simile. Here simile have been, okay, so simile have been used here. Then sleek as lizard. It means like lizard, okay, like see smoothly. It means like the lizard, smoothly, alert, very cautiously, and at the same time abrupt. Abrupt here indicates the unexpected. And so see branch end, and then see smoothly like lizard, cautiously as well as unexpectedly, okay, she enters the thickness. She enters into the inner or the thicker part of the branch. It means the dense part of the branch, probably to the inner part of the branch, there is a nest of goldfinch. So, smoothly like a lizard, cautiously and unexpectedly, the mother goldfinch enters the thicker part of the branch where there is a nest of this particular bird, and once she enters the thicker part of the branch, what happened? Here you will find that a machine starts up. It means there was a vibration. The whole tree starts vibrating, and so the narrators say that a machine starts up. Okay, a machine starts up of what? Of chitterings. 1 minute. Okay, a machine starts up of chitterings. Okay, a machine starts up of chitterings. So you will find that chittering, chittering is word. Chittering means singing repeatedly. Okay, and another word is tremble. Tremor. Tremor means shiver, you can say. Shiver. Shiver of wings and trillings. Trilling means you will find that singing repeatedly actually the meaning of the trilling, and chittering is also the sound of the bird. So here you find that what happened? A machine starts up, there was a vibration. How? Okay, if there was a vibration upon the tree, it means there was a starting, the tree starts vibrating, okay, due to the chitterings, the different kind of the sound, shivering of wings, it means the baby goldfinch, okay, are flapping their wings, and due to that the whole branch started shivering, and at the same time there was a trilling. Trilling means if a small birds, the baby birds are speaking, creating sound repeatedly. Probably mother goldfinch is already there, so they all are trying to talk to her. So this sound can So they created a peculiar kind of the sound that had been termed as a trillings. And so you will find that due to chitterings, due to the flapping of the wings, that is there was a tremble, there was shiver, and at the same time sound of the sound of the baby birds that had been termed as a trilling. All these things combined together, okay, vibrated the whole tree, the whole branch. And so here the whole tree trembles and thrills, and due to that the tree which was earlier very silent appears death-like due to the arrival of the goldfinch, and once he arrives and enter into the nest, all the baby birds started creating sound or flapping of the wings. So the whole tree trembles and the thrills. So there was excitement upon the tree, and the tree started trembling there. In this way we find that the arrival of the goldfinch has really created a very big change to the tree. The tree which was earlier silent is now trembling, as well as the really very excited due to the sound of the animal. Here now we are coming to some important things. The first important thing here I would like to discuss. The first thing, sleek as a lizard, it has been simile. And now we will come to the tree trembles. Here tree trembles. Okay, so tree trembles is the example of what? It is the example of alliteration. Example of alliteration. Tree trembles is the example of alliteration. And again you will find that a word machine has been used, so it is a metaphor. It is a metaphor, machine. And then you will find that the whole tree trembles and thrills. Okay, in this way we find that we can conclude this particular part by telling you that the bird which is as sleek or as smart or smooth, okay, as a lizard, alert, cautious, okay, and at the same time very abrupt, it means unexpected movement, and so in that way she enters the deeper or the thicker part of the branch, and as she enters the thickness of the branch, her babies starts chittering, flapping of wings, okay, and shivering. So the tree appears like a machine as it starts shaking and thrilling there. In this way we find that the whole tree trembles. It is also whole tree trembles. This here you will find that it is like a personification also.